Meanwhile here, we've completely lost our minds. The left is getting much more aggressive. This was actually a story from last week. We didn't get a chance to cover it, but it's ramping up again, and so I think it's well worth doing. I was just flying all over, flew to Georgia, flew to Florida, flying back. And different airlines are more serious than others about making you wear the mask. It's got to go over your nose. They'll come, they'll touch you, they'll wake you up. They get you to put the mask up over your nose, which seems counterproductive to me because if they touch you, they're probably more likely to infect themselves. In any case, an airline, United Airlines, kicked a family off the plane because a 2-year-old would not wear a mask. Listen to this woman's story.
We just got kicked off the flight because our 2-year-old would not put on a mask, and we tried. I mean, I'm gonna put a video on. And they're sending all of our bags and Airline's car seat to New York. And we're banned off of United forever because a 2-year-old would not put on a mask.
You can actually see they recorded a little bit of the interaction on the airplane. Listen to the cold lack of compassion from these people just following the orders from their leftist overlords. So the steward comes up, he says, "You got to get off." The guy goes, "You got to be kidding." "I'm sorry, sir."
I took that opportunity and I ran with it. You see this? I'm literally covering her face.
"I gave you an opportunity to put the mask on your 2-year-old. You have to leave the plane, sir."
Do you guys do this all the time or what? Like, what? This is compliance. I'm literally holding it over my
He's like muzzling his daughter.
This is compliance right here.
"I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry."
We can't force her. She's literally holding it and she's
You need to muzzle the 2-year-old. Even though, remember Fauci told us not to do that like 6 months ago? Well, never mind. Sorry. That's what you got to do. The left is getting much, much bolder. Much, much bolder than that. And I think we need to go a little further. We need to not just say, hey, you do you choose whatever you want. If it makes you feel better, do this, do that. I think we need to be bolder and say, no, it's disordered. With few exceptions, it is disordered to wear masks in public. That's what banditos do. That's not what civilized people do. Just like with the mail-in voting, it's disordered to have widespread mail-in voting. There are limited cases where it's fine if you're frail or infirm or let's say you're overseas, and maybe then you can have an absentee ballot and you got to request it. So I'm not saying this one-size-fits-all ideological solution, but generally speaking, the masks are disordered. The mail-in voting is disordered. We need to be able to say that. We need to have the courage to not just say, do whatever you want, but actually, you should do the things that we are suggesting you do because we've used our faculties of reason and our common sense. Left is getting a lot bolder.